See the training site.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Yes, I can. Mr. Alec.
Here.
Mr. Gebhardt.
Here.
Ms. Karstafen.
Here.
Mr. Hauser.
Here.
Mrs. Segwin. Here.
Would everybody please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and welcome to the September 6, 2023 Elyria Board of Education meeting. I'd like to introduce our group up here. To my right is Board Member Mike Gebhardt. To his right is Board Member Elaine Sequin. To my left is Board Member without the red shirts.
I know, right?
I don't know. I'm telling you, you must not have got the memo there.
did not.
Annie Karstafen, to her left with the red shirt is Board Member
Yeah.
Len Hauser, and our superintendent on the end, and down on the end is Colleen Aholt, our treasurer. Okay, big meeting today. We have a number of people to talk here for us. We have nobody signed up in advance for 15 minutes, but we have two people that have signed up today for a 5-minute discussion. And the first one is Wayne. Wayne, would you, is the microphone, is there a microphone there?
There's no microphone there.
We don't have a microphone?
It's, Amy, it's in the,
It's in the drawer.
In the drawer.
no, that
Oh,
front thing,
Front, the secret compartment.
the secret compartment, yeah. Yeah.
okay.
No. Thank you.
Okay, we'll do that afterwards.
It's on, I can hear it.
Okay, sir, would you please, for the record, state your name and address
Okay.
for the record, and then you will have 5 minutes.
Just before I speak, you have no way of knowing that I'm hard of hearing. So if you anyone address me, I need you to do two things. Speak louder than normal and make sure that I'm looking at you. Now, I don't anticipate questions because I did read your webpage, but if that were to occur, I ask that you do that.
Okay.
Okay, let me get started.
Could you state your name and your address for
I
the
got
record,
that.
please?
My name is Wayne Pretty. Am I being heard?
Yes. Thank
See,
you.
that's a hearing. Okay, my name is Wayne Pretty. I live at 525 Georgetown Avenue in Elyria. I'm obviously a resident of the city.
Okay, thank you.
The subject that I'm here tonight deals with specifically about the upcoming LGBTQ plus History Month. You may not be aware of it, but I found it on the internet. October has been designated by parties unknown. This is a month to celebrate it. And I am here to give my thoughts and opinions regarding what the district should do. Now, I have observed a disturbing trend where it's not enough that our nation has June as a Pride Month. There seems to be an incredible desire that it has to be continued throughout the year. Now, I do not know what mandates you are under. I was hoping you had legal representative can tell me, but for an example, I know that the state of California has laws regarding LGBTQ students. But since this is Ohio and I've been here 13 years and it's a conservative state, I doubt if you have any public laws that you have to comply with. If I'm wrong, well, I'll address it later. Second, though, is I am sure there are two things. I'm sure that you have received some communications from the United States Department of Education. Now, you may have actually received it from their Office of Civil Rights. That office often produces the information. I know this because, strangely, in March of 2021, the Biden administration published a blueprint program for gender and gender ideology. And in that, essentially, consider the United States was going to be a world leader. One thing that caught my eye was about 8 pages in was a section that said, excuse me. Okay. The title of the section was Fullness of Government. Now, that scared me. That scared me because that means the executive branch is committed to promoting gender ideology. That scares me. So I do believe you're going to have something. And if you don't, thank God for that. And lastly, you're going to be pressured by the LGBTQ community. Excuse me, the LGBTQ plus community. Although, given what I've stated so far, the correct mathematical operator is to replace the plus with 3 dots, which is representation of a continuing series. Now, excuse me, I need to look at my notes. What do I want you to do? I'm not sure. Chairman, could you tell me how much longer I have?
About a
Thirty.
half a minute.
About 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. Repeat slowly.
I have
2 minutes. 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, what should you do? And I have tried to acknowledge, I know you're going to be under pressure. And as I tried to acknowledge, you may be under mandate where the Department of Education has sent you a dear colleague letter or something of that nature. If I had my way, I would say do nothing. I would ask you to be neutral, okay? That's what I would ask you. Be neutral. This topic is a topic that is dividing our nation. Now, as a sidebar to you, no one in this room would know me because I live under a rock. I only come out to go to appointments and run errands. The very fact that I came to this meeting shows you my concern. Okay. Now, as I've been alluding that you're going to have pressure. If you do, I'm going to give you 3 words. Excuse me, 3 verbs. Be moderate. Temper your endorsements. And, more in line with my thoughts, resist. I know it's going to be difficult. I know that you run the risk of having somebody in the LGBTQA ... community, its allies and its advocates will label you as a homophobe, transphobe, a bigot, and a hater. I know that's going to happen to you because that's the standard defense. But I know I'm getting to the end of my time, so I just would like to please give me 2 things, even if I go over. First of all, I'd like to summarize it. Please, do not pay homage to the diversity, equity, and inclusion God. And I spell the word God with a small g. Lastly, what was my last point? I'm terribly sorry, I didn't follow it.
Well, your time is up, sir.
I'm sorry, Chairman. Would you please repeat slowly?
Your time is up.
Thank you.
Your time is up. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Okay. We do have another person that is signed up. Jennifer is also signed up for 5 minutes. And Jennifer, sir, don't forget your cane. Thank you. Jennifer would ask you to also please state your full name and your address for the record,
I
please.
didn't know if you need my address since I wasn't.
Yeah, they want it for the,
It's Jennifer Maiden, and I live at in Elyria and 41126 Butternut Ridge Road.
okay, you have 5 minutes.
Okay. I was just coming to the meeting because we know the teachers are under ever so much stress and pressure these days. And Julie Oka was the principal at, the associate principal at Elyria High a year or so ago. And she started this ball rolling. I had brought a concern about some things that were going on where I was placed in the school. And when she left, Courtney Griffith, who is the associate principal there currently, kind of took over that, and I met with her several times. I also met with my department chair, Mel Rainey, and I cannot tell you the difference of them making the change in my location has done for me as a professional. And I just wanted the board and the superintendent and everyone to know that these people, Mrs. Griffith and Mr. Rainey, and also Angie Perkins, who's also a principal at the high school, made in my year. I've come in and it has been a 360. I was kind of isolated where I was. I have colleagues now I can talk to. It's been a long process, but they didn't give up and they kept pushing forward. Angie even called me this summer in July, like probably almost when she was probably off, if not off, and said, I just want to let you know, class, things came out and your room's the same, but we're working on it, And I just thought like that compassion and that time and that care that they took and the fact that they didn't just like forget about it in the mound of stuff that they have going on as well as the pressure they're under. And I just wanted to recognize them. So I would, just want to let you know that Courtney Griffith, Mel Rainey, and Angela Perkins really did good by me in the respect that, they really heard me and has made literally a huge change. I've taught in this district 26 years, and I feel like truly part of the high school because I actually see people and I'm talking to people and I have that communication and stuff going on. So I just wanted to let you know that they're making changes that maybe you guys don't know of or don't hear. We all hear about the bad stuff and all the stress everyone's under. Well, they relieved some of mine. So, and I'm sure there's many other people behind the scenes, but those are the three I have had contact with.
That's
so
great.
I just wanted to give you that little happy today and
Good.
let you know that those people are doing good by their teachers.
Great,
Thanks,
super.
Jen.
Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much. You have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's good news, good to hear. All right, so those are the only speakers we have signed up for today, but we also do have a recognition today, which is very exciting. Who will be
Jody
Jody?
Johnson, the
Jody? All right.
building principal.
Woo-hoo.
Do I have to sit? Can I stand?
You can
Yes,
stand.
stand away.
Oh, sorry.
Pull.
There you go.
So I'm really excited to join you all tonight. About, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, we received an email from the College Board, and the College Board is our, has oversight over our AP programming. We are so excited because one of our students received an award through the College Board. Her name is Grayson Lottie. So Grayson is a Team 1 senior. And I will also say that Grayson is 15.
Wow.
She turned 16 Monday. So we're excited to
Yeah.
have her come tonight and for you all to just recognize that she's doing big things. The award that she is receiving or has received is the National African American Recognition Award, and we're proud of her.
Yes.
She's also, for our building, she's in Link Crew. She's a member of our Upstanders group. She is a part of our Black Student Union, and she also is a tennis. She's a student athlete. So,
That's great.
Grayson, come on up. We want to acknowledge you.
Wonderful, great.
Congratulations.
Well, that is
birthday,
great.
too.
Keep up the good work.
Great job.
Wow.
Well, that is outstanding. Congratulations, Grayson, and you definitely make us proud, the Pioneer family, so that is outstanding. Thank you, Jody, for sharing that with us. All right, that is great. So moving along on the agenda, that is for the presentation and the visitors. We'll move along to business now. Board of Education items, the August 16, 2023 minutes have been posted. Hopefully the board's had time to review, and I'll ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Gebhardt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Karstoffen. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Treasurer, you have action items for us this evening?
I have a couple, yes. To approve the attached purchase orders in order to comply with the purchasing procedures. And then we also have half a dozen donations for school supplies and book bags from the United Way of Greater Lorraine County, Elyria Police Department, AmVest Post 32, Mercy Health Lorraine, Laurel Sweet Baptist Church, Fraternal Order of Eagles, and the Woman of Faith Community of Faith.
Okay, that's outstanding. That's good to hear. Do I have a motion to approve the treasurer action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Hauser. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Treasurer, any other reports for us this evening?
Just a short report. I'm finalizing the appropriations for this school year, so that will be on the next board agenda. And then also working on the November five-year forecast.
Okay, great. Always look forward to the five-year forecast. Okay, moving along on the agenda here. Madam Superintendent, do you have action items for us this evening?
Just one tonight to approve the home instruction tutors and after-school program for this school year. And that is it for action items.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent's action items?
So moved.
Motion by Board Member Sequin. Do I have a second?
Support.
What was that?
Support.
Support, okay. And support for Board Member Gebhardt. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Superintendent, you have personnel action items for us this evening?
I do indeed. First of all, to approve the resignation of the following certified staff member. Also to approve the appointment of the following certified staff, and just as an update, we're up to 38 substitutes. We've had to borrow a few for some leaves, so that's why we're only at
Does that
38.
include the building substitutes?
We also have 13, I believe, building subs, so
Okay.
that's over and above
Okay.
the
okay,
38.
Good.
Yeah. Also to approve the supplemental contracts for the 23-24 school year. Hold on, that's a couple pages long there. To approve the following payment to work the rental events for the 23-24 school year. To approve the following district game workers for this school year. To approve the following athletic supplemental contracts for district certified and non-district staff. To approve the termination of the following staff member. To approve the appointment of the following classified staff member. And that concludes my personnel action items.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent's personnel action items?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Board Member Gebhardt. Do I have a second?
I'll support.
Okay, second by Board Member Seifel. Okay, any comments or questions? Any questions on that support? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Superintendent, do you have a superintendent's report for us?
Real short tonight. Can't believe we're already in week 3. Many schools started this week, so it's kind of nice with construction winding down that we're starting earlier. Also, a lot of our SWC action is starting in many of our athletics. We have, as you know, go watch Grayson play tennis. We have football, cross country's doing very well, volleyball. I'm sure I'm forgetting one, but lots of action going on. Also, tomorrow, you may see a few of us, Sheetz is opening over there in Elyria, and they are donating $2,500 to our Special Olympics program.
That's great.
So a few of us are going over to get a check, so to speak, and we're looking forward to that. One of our students is going to receive it. And believe it or not, Apple Fest is next week. I'll be making, I don't know, Mr. Gebhardt, are you coming Tuesday? Making sandwiches? Okay, we'll be making ice cream waffle sandwiches for the Rotary on Tuesday, and we will have hopefully an unveiling of our new schoolhouse on Friday at the Apple Fest. So,
Are we selling cookies?
yes, we have 55 dozen, 500 dozen. Oh, wow, they'd be pretty upset if it was only 55. I'm sorry, Amy's doing the camera tonight, sorry, I'm talking to the camera. 500 dozen cookies for sale,
Oh, wow, that's great. Okay.
and we won't have a one left,
I know.
I assure you.
I know, right?
But that concludes, I just want to thank everyone for a wonderful opening this year, and things are going well.
Good. Hearing a lot of good things about it this year, too. One question on the stadium. Is there anything left over there for the sports? Any construction items to do at the stadium still?
We are pretty much putting the last finishing touches on the punch list. The rest then would be just what we dream about in the future, right? But what we worked on, just a few tweaks.
Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Okay, thank you, Madam Superintendent. Board of Education, we don't have any business items on there. Any Board of Education items for the good of the cause?
No.
No? No, none? All right. And we do not have an executive session, so with that, we will move to adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen. Second by Board Member Gebhardt. All right, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstoffen?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.